So you've probably asked yourself, which type of shooter should I get? The drum style shooter, inversion tank is another name for it, continuous feed, a chip shooter, all have their pros and cons. The two that kind of stand out amongst the crowd are the inversion drum, which you'll see from most manufacturers. What I like to call that is actually a captive air shooter. I apply air pressure, provided that all my banding is tight and all my gaskets are correct. It seals the air pressure in there, so I can use a smaller air compressor and I get instant delivery of that air pressure to the inversion point of the liner. The limitations, though, of that liner is I can only fit, however big the drum is, that many linear feet of liner inside the drum. So then that brings us to the continuous feed. The continuous feed does have a tremendous amount of air loss, which then requires a greater air compressor, a larger air compressor, and we're playing the game of makeup. So basically I may be losing however many CFM out of the lips of the shooter, but I'm applying more CFM, more volume of air to the shooter and winning that battle, therefore increasing air pressure. Once I get my air pressure to a required amount, that air pressure will then invert the liner. The beauty of that is then I can have, in theory, a limitless amount of liner. So I could have 2, 3, 4, 500 feet, 1,000 feet of liner, provided I have the air compressor and the working time with the resins or whatever material I'm working with to be able to invert that liner up the pipe. So really, you can't go wrong with either. It just depends on what you're doing. Do you have a lot of longer shots? Well, then maybe the continuous feed is your way to go. Sometimes those continuous feeds also have a smaller profile, so they're easier to bring inside of a customer's home if you're on the residential side of things. But if you like the ease of use and you're not taking these longer shots, the captive air shooter or the tank shooter may be your way to go. It's situationally dependent there.